Hi everyone, it's the Driving Professor back at you with another video. For those of you who actually tuning into this for the first time, my name is Rashid. I've been a professional driver and currently still one for the past 20 years. I have over 2.5 million miles of accident-free driving. Well, let's say we've been in accidents, but they were like, non-preventable, and I'll explain what that means in future videos because it seems like a lot of people don't understand the terminology, and people, including people in my field, what's especially new people coming into the field, I should say. I had to learn that the hard way. All right, anyway, this channel here is designed to actually save people time, money, and what's happened all over the country, all over the world, and these type of pedestrian accidents shouldn't happen. So one of the first things we're going to be doing here is actually getting the big picture. Once again, we want to just not look into a dead space. We want to look all around us. We should see what's going on the sidewalks here. Like, let's say on my left side, there's people over there waiting at the bus stop. There's people walking. There's a guy crossing the street here. And right now, I believe this is actually the perfect place to actually demonstrate this video. We call this zombie land over here, where people just walk right into you. A lot of guys are high here. They're on methamphetamines, opioids, any type of drug, I guess you can probably think of. And listen, if you're on vacation, you come to New York City, do not come around here at nighttime. Try to stay away from this area. We're on 125th and Lex, Park Avenue, Madison Avenue. So we will. There's a bus lane over here. I'm not driving the bus today, so stay in that lane here. So, all right. So we can see this person over here. He's crossing against the light. So we just gotta really read their body language pretty much, and we also gotta kind of let them know that we're there. Let them see you, in a sense. So if they're not paying attention, we'll slow down. Say if we're doing 25 to 230 miles an hour, we want to slow down to, let's say, about, just in case they don't see you, and we can actually try to make some type of an adjustment. So the second tip over here is to look 12 to 15 seconds ahead. I talked about this in the red light camera video and speeding camera video. It's the same thing that actually applies. Count 12 to 15 seconds ahead. Where we want to look at is where this bus lane sign is. We're going to look around there. So we're going to drive around, and we're going to try to see if people are going, are they going to try to walk in front of us, which usually happens. Not all the time, but it happens. It happens a lot around here. So let's see. So pedestrians in the crosswalk, one of the ways to turn is actually by making an L turn, especially here. L turn. Make an L turn, and that way you can actually see the pedestrians on the sidewalk. You've been getting a lot of people getting hit in crosswalks lately, and the same thing with making a left turn. We're gonna make an L turn. We want to make an L turn here. So let's make an L. This way you can actually see people. Like this panel between the left windshield and the left window can it depends. There's sometimes this panel over here can actually hide a body. Like if there's a kid there, you won't see them. So you want to make an L turn and then kind of lean back and forth if you have that type of an obstruction there. All right, so you know, again, still waiting at this light over here. We don't want to like kind of look into our phones, even though we all do it. I see people do it. I'm guilty of it, but you still kind of want to look around and just again get the big picture. Just let's see if we can actually get a better demonstration of this. It's kind of dead over here today. So like for example right here, this, you know, we see this guy in the street, the guy making a delivery right here. I'll try to take it up to, let's take it up to Lenox Avenue here. Say this guy here, we're gonna blow the horn, make sure he actually sees us. He took a look at us. We want to look at the light, whether it's turning, we can make it. See this person over here, she's not paying attention. And again, just make your turns an L turn, nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow L turn. All right, I'm trying to think of an intersection. So this person right here, he's crossing against traffic. You want to slow down. And we're never going to assume that people are going to do the right thing, whether that be pedestrians or drivers. You don't know whether people are drunk, whether people are trying to commit suicide. We're never, ever, ever going to assume that people will do the right thing. So we want to actually wait till the oncoming traffic is clear. A lot of drivers I see will try to beat the oncoming traffic out and not paying attention to the crosswalks. And as a result, a lot of pedestrians get hit in crosswalks. You know, an L turn right here. We're gonna do an L turn. Let's get back into zombie land over there. Alright, so we want to turn like 2 to 5 miles an hour. So there's no rush. There's a very, very high probability that the next light will be red. So there's no rush. And just because you're an ambulance doesn't mean you can do whatever you want, brother. Or sister, whoever's driving there. It looks like they're shooting a movie over here. Hey, what movie are we shooting over here? Oh, Law and Order. Okay, all right. Can they cast me? What do you think? I can do that. All right, so okay, so another thing here, keep 2 feet away from like parked vehicles, just in case any kids run out. And you want to actually kind of leave yourself an out. So sometimes you won't be able to bring the car to a complete stop, so we can try to avoid them safely. We can do that. So try to leave yourself an out, you know, try to leave space between, you know, like if there's a, try to actually so we can see this guy in the street. We want to make sure that he sees us and we see him. Again, see with the left turn, we're gonna do an L turn. We're not gonna fly around the turn. If we did, we would probably hit these people right here, and a little girl, a little 1-2-year-old. So again, when making a left-hand turn, we want to make an L turn. And again, take the turn very slowly. This is a high pedestrian area right here. People aren't paying attention. We're not going to try to beat out the oncoming traffic. And in a moment, to show bicyclists here, because I guess bicyclists are considered pedestrians in a sense. They're not in a vehicle. So that's the demonstration right there. L turn. The construction workers, we just want to get their attention, make sure they see us. Make that eye contact. Only takes a couple of seconds to do. So another thing I wanted to point out over here is with the bicyclists. I've seen a couple of videos where you have a bicyclist riding along. Let's say you have a bicyclist right next to the cars here, and the cars don't actually, the person that's actually in the car opens their door, and they actually hit the bicyclist, and then you can wind up actually hitting them. So when you're right next, you just watch the bicyclists, see if their spacing is actually 4 or 5 feet away from these car doors here. See, right now he's actually too close. You see they're actually really, really close to those doors there. And sometimes people, when they open these car doors, they don't actually check for the bicyclists. So look out for that. Pay attention to that. I think I'll probably do another video on that. Alright, so we're gonna go to another spot. We'll go to the Bronx. Now there was a cop on looking to give people speeding tickets, man. Hey, listen, if you're in New York City, do not get a speeding ticket. Do not get a speeding ticket, man. There's no plea bargaining. It's either the fine, the points, or not guilty. So, don't do more than 10 miles an hour. Even in the regular streets, man. I mean, the speed limit can be 25. I won't go over 10. For the most part. I really, really try to watch that. So we're gonna go into another portion of what I call Zombie Land in the Bronx here, and we got a lot of the junkies walking around. Yep, see, got them right here. All right, that's gonna wrap up this portion of this video right here. To sum everything up, get the big picture. Look 12 to 15 seconds ahead. Try to make sure they see you, whether that be blowing the horn. Read the people's body language, whether they're paying attention or not. Is the equivalent of somebody walking. You're walking ahead, and somebody's walking, and they're paying attention to their cell phone. They're looking at their cell phone, looking down. See that they actually looking at their cell phone. You're not going to bump right into them. You can see that they're not paying attention. So it's the same thing. When you actually make a turn, make a right hand turn or a left hand turn, make a L turn. Yeah, make an L turn. And when you're driving, you want to actually be able to lead 2 to 3 feet from parked vehicles. So just in case any kids run out, sometimes you get these high schoolers, they run out in front of cars, or it could be a person that's actually trying to commit suicide. you'll actually have some time to adjust. Leave yourself an out. So, like try not to be neck and neck with the car next to you. Try to leave yourself a gap in a sense, though, so that way if somebody does, you can actually. Sometimes you may have to go to the actual other lane to try to avoid the pedestrian. And the bicyclists, you actually, again, be very wary of these guys, because a lot of times they actually are too close to parked cars, and if the parked cars are actually, if somebody in a parked car opens up their door, they can actually get knocked over, and you can actually wind up running the bicyclist over. So if you get a lot of value out of this, please like, subscribe, comment, and share this. Let's save lives. Everybody have a good day.